Welcome back to day 5 of the 100 horror films in 31 days. Got in 2 films today. Blood Splattered Bride by director Vicente Aranda, who is a famous Spanish playwright, scriptwriter. From what he has a prolific resume, but I didn't see any real horror films other than this one. And it also stars Simon Andrew, who went on to be mainly in dramas and things like that, but he was also in Beyond Reanimator, of all things. 1972, Mondo Macabro release. I've never seen it. This is a first-time viewing. Initially, I thought it was a giallo, and I think a lot of people made that same mistake, but it's not. It's a vampire film based on the Sheridan Le Fanu story of Carmilla, and has basically the Karnstein family, and Carmilla basically comes back from the grave and starts wreaking havoc. Very similar storyline to the Hammer trilogy films, and immensely entertaining. Well done, great sets, great story, always engaging. I really enjoyed it. This release has a lot of special features. It's got an audio commentary by Kat Ellinger, interviews, alternate cuts. It's a 4K scan. It looks beautiful. The sound quality is great. This is a highly recommended release. It is limited though. I've got 775 of 1,000 here, limited to 1,000 pressings. So if you didn't pick this up, I would encourage you to do so. This is a great release from Mondo for an outstanding Spanish horror film. Really. And particularly if you like vampires in the Karnstein Carmilla story. This is a real good one. Highly enjoyed it. And then next up is some Jean Rollin, Rape of the Vampire, 1968. Of course, Jean Rollin's not for everybody. It's very art house, esoteric, surreal. Every movie he's ever done seems to have some scenes that either begin, end, or on the beach. You see that's the same beach scene every single movie. But he does have a unique take on the vampire mythos, and it's very interesting. Rape of the Vampire was like his first film, but it's really 2 short films put together. It even has like a miniature intermission between the 2 parts. Essentially, a group of women believe that they are vampires, but can't get anyone to believe that they're vampires. And the main protagonist here in the middle, who is running the vampire group, comes back and basically to prove that there are vampires, that they're real, and kill off the people that killed these 3 girls at the start of the film. Very interesting. It's just a bizarre kind of dreamlike film, as is many of Jean Rollin's films. But it's not for everybody. It's definitely kind of a third world type view of vampirism. But I enjoyed it for what it was. I think it's one of those viewings that you've got to be in the right mood to check it out. You have to really pay attention to it. Moody, atmospheric, very gothic, has a lot of the same backgrounds that you would see in some of the earlier gothic horror films from the 1930s. Vampire is a great example of what you might liken to this type of film. Lots of nudity too, lots of breasts. The French don't seem to have a problem with that. This is a Kino Redemption release, and basically the booklet that you get, the write-up of it for Tim Lucas, is the same booklet that's going to be in all the Redemption releases, covering most of his films. Lots of special features, an introduction by Jean Rollin himself, which is priceless because of course he's passed on. But yeah, Rape of the Vampire, I give that a 7 out of 10. And I give the Blood Splattered Bride a 7, probably an 8 out of 10. I think this is going to be one that I'm going to have to rewatch multiple times. So 2 great viewings for the day 5. And I will be back for day 7 shortly. Day 6 and 7, sorry. Thanks.